So, like, what's the stare all about? Like, for real? Because if it's not a racist thing, or, you know, when do y'all learn to stare?
That's a good question. No, that's a good question. When do you like pick up the habit of I'm gonna stare at someone just because it's a natural thing? Like, what's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell,
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
My German has gotten so bad. Today's video is about the fact that I don't feel like I can ever live in Germany, which is in fact my home country. I know a lot of people will be thinking, black girl, German, really? I don't know why people always think you can't be German and black. Like, I don't.
Your hair's the same.
Stop it.
Yo, y'all rocking it. Okay. Stop. Okay, I see you. Let's get it.
People literally have this picture of somebody who's obviously white and I am clearly mixed. So I've basically been wanting to film this video for the longest time. Like, guys, I've been wanting to film this for so long. It's a really tricky topic for me to talk about because I feel like this is an unpopular opinion. I haven't heard anybody speak about Germany like this. I don't know if anyone else is feeling like this or if it's just me. I just kind of wanted to share how I feel about my country and just kind of give you guys
oftentimes y'all unpopular opinions, you're just saying what everyone else is thinking. You're just not, you know what I'm saying, you're putting yourself in position to be the one to, you're the one, yeah.
Right, but this is our first time hearing an actual German speaking about their black experience there. Because just like she said, oftentimes when you think of a person who is from Germany, you don't think of a black person.
That is true.
But they have been there just as long as a while.
Oh, wow.
Like, they went through the stuff as well. So, yeah.
The background about me, because I know that a lot of you don't know where I'm from. A lot of people be assuming that I'm British, which I'm not. So I just want to clear up a few things and just kind of be really real and honest in this video. I was literally in Germany probably like a month ago now, and I did film this video in Germany, but I'm having to refilm it now because the lighting was completely messed up. If you also want to follow me on my social media, my name is @Demouchet on everything. I'll leave that on the screen. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And yeah, let's just get right on into it. I just want to say before I get into the video that I'm not trying to bash German people. I'm not trying to bash Germany as a country. I'm not trying to come for anybody. I'm not trying to spread any hate at all. Right. I'm just trying to be honest, and I'm just trying to talk about my experiences. My experiences do not talk for all black people in Germany. This is purely my experience. I'm not saying that every other person of color in Germany has the same experience as me. I'm going to start off with a little bit of a background about me because a lot of you guys obviously probably new to my channel, or a lot of people don't know where I'm actually from. So my mom is German and my dad is Nigerian, but I was born in Germany. I was born in Saarbrücken, which is like at the bottom of Germany, so like down south. That's where I grew up, but my mom's family is kind of from the Frankfurt area in the middle of Germany. I am actually a German citizen, so I don't have a British passport. I just have a German passport, and this is my German passport. If you guys don't believe me, there you can see it. It literally says Reisepass, which basically translates to passport, and then it says Bundesrepublik Deutschland. So my parents met in Germany, so that's why I was born in Germany. And I did do my nursery in Germany, but because in Germany you start school later than in the UK, I didn't start school there. So I literally only went to nursery. I remember the teachers there, but I didn't really remember much else because I was so young. After like 5 years, so when I was about 5, we moved to the UK because my dad wanted to find work. We were all separated for quite a few months, I feel like, or maybe it was just a month, I don't know. But my dad went over to the UK first. Then like a few months later, me, my mom, and my little sister moved to the UK. So as soon as we moved over to the UK, the next day I literally went to school. This is where I kind of like, I want to start getting into my whole, not issue with Germany, but this is one of the reasons basically why I don't ever see myself living there. One of the reasons is that the school system is just not very diverse, and it doesn't accept diversity very well. And I've heard this from my family in Germany. I've also heard this from other people. I've been to a German school like one time with my cousin, and it was okay. Like, it wasn't actually too bad. So I don't don't remember any experiences that I had that day or over those few days that I went to school in Germany. But to be honest, if I had went to primary school or secondary school in Germany, I, not 100%, but 99% can assure you I would have had a worse experience than I had in the UK. And my experience in the UK was already tough. I did have some bad experiences during my school time, but I feel like in Germany it would have been worse, just because as soon as you don't have a German name, as soon as you don't look German, you instantly obviously stand out. And I had the same in the UK, like I was one of the only black girls, but I feel like in Germany, especially in the town where my mom's family is from, where they're based, like I would have I don't even want to think what kind of experience I would have had, because back then there was literally no black people there. We would have been the only black family. I know that the school system would have been tough on me. Like I could speak German and everything like that, but I feel like because of the fact that I was so different, looked different, had a different name, like I have this proper Yoruba name, I feel like it would have been really tough for me. So I'm just so grateful that I didn't go to school in Germany. In a bigger city, I can imagine that it would have been absolutely fine, like in Berlin, Frankfurt, or anywhere like that. About a month ago, I went back to Germany and I went to go see my family, because I won't be going on holiday this summer with my family, because they usually do a trip to Germany every year. So because I'm not going in summer, I just thought, okay, let me go see my aunts, my uncles, and my grandparents as well. So I went over there, and the main conversation that people would have with me was about university. My grandparents, my uncles, my aunts were always like, why don't you study in Germany? You should study in Germany. And I was just like, leave me alone, okay? I'm just over here trying to mind my business. My family would literally constantly ask me about university, and they asked me last year as well, and I kind of get a bit tired, to be honest, because obviously they all want me to study there. They know that it's cheaper. Like if you look at the difference in price, it's huge compared to the UK. In the UK, I would be paying about £9,250 or even more than that every.
Okay, so that's not bad pricing wise. You know what I'm saying? You've been able to afford it. We understand that. Yeah, go to school, have fun, and kid it through the system. You know what I'm saying? But when your experience is in jeopardy,
yeah,
it don't add up to the, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not going to have a full joyous ride there, because like she said, 1%, no, I'm sorry, like you said, 0.1% black amongst the school is crazy, bro. It's like the oddball is not fun.
It's not.
Let me just say that.
It's not. But she did say that it was a small town. And we have reacted to a couple videos. I don't know. Y'all kept requesting the being black in Germany videos.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
We reacted to some videos where they had great experiences.
True.
But they were in bigger towns.
True. Yeah.
So y'all let us know the experience of being in a small town versus a big town. I mean, we have experiences here. Yeah, I wonder if it's the same there.
And if it is, then you can kind of understand.
Yeah, we can understand.
Kind of understand.
Yeah, and that's not even accommodation included. In Germany, I'd be studying probably for around €1,000 or have to pay nothing at all. I can't remember exactly. And I would literally have to just be paying for accommodation pretty much. I really get where they're coming from, as in it's cheaper. You're not going to end up with loads of debt afterwards. I never have it within me to tell them that I don't ever want to live in Germany. Like if there really was better opportunities for me in Germany in terms of studying, okay, I would consider it, because it's only for a few years. It will still take a lot of convincing. Let's get into why I can't live in Germany. Why am I saying I can't live in Germany? People like to stare at you if you're different. Even as a mixed girl, like I'm even light skinned, I will just walk through the town minding my business, like the town where my mom's family are from. It's not a very small town, like it's not a village, it's definitely a town, but people will stare at you. You go into the shop, people stare at you. The way that people interact with you will be different. Like it's not even a joke. I had a friend who literally had the same experience. It makes you feel quite uncomfortable as well. Like I usually never picked up on it in the past, but now in the past few years I've really noticed it, and it's really annoyed me, because it's not that.
Okay, so we have I think it was a video specifically about the stare, the German stare.
Yeah.
And a lot of you all told us that it's not about any particular race or something. It's basically the people want to see you or something, and they said sometimes they're not even looking at you, they're looking past you.
Yeah.
And they're daydreaming.
Yeah.
But so this is my question. So do the UK have this stare thing going on as well? Because for her, being a German, it's annoying for her. So like what's the stare all about? Like for real? Because if it's not a racist thing, or, you know, when do y'all learn to stare?
That's a good question. No, that's a good question. When do you like pick up the habit of I'm gonna stare at someone just because it's a natural thing? Like, where does that actually take place? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Huh. Like y'all said that it's not anything to be offended by, but
it's not. But you gotta understand the person's perspective on this. You know what I'm saying? They're not comfortable with it. And it's just what it is. I don't see how you can make that or normalize it in most parts where you can say, "Hey, I'm just there." You didn't finish. I'm just there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we need a little more clarity with that.
Yeah, because I mean, she brought it up and she said the UK is coming from the UK is different. So let us know.
Kind of staring people like, oh my gosh, I love your hair, oh my gosh, I love how you look, I love your outfit. No, it's like I kind of look of disgust in some people. When I went to Germany, I had to go to the doctor because I had like a pain in my cheek and I was waiting there, and the way that one old guy looks at me, like it was like with so much hate in his face, things like that, I just think, okay, this is not the kind of community I want to be living amongst. And I do stress the fact that most of my experiences have been in small towns, and usually it is always old people. They will just say it to your face. Like I always say this, in Germany they will just say it to your face, and it's especially the older generation, they just say anything. They will just say it. I haven't been to Berlin, but I've been to Frankfurt, which is quite a big city, and I don't get people staring at me there because it's just so like diverse. Like there's so many different cultures there, so many different people who don't stand out at all. They will just say it. I haven't been to Berlin, but I've been to Frankfurt, which is quite a big city, and I don't get people staring at me there because it's just so like diverse. Like there's so many different cultures there, so many different people. You don't stand out at all. But when you go to small villages or towns, you will really feel it. You will really feel the fact that you're different. That's why I say, like, if I was to study in Germany, I would have to be in a big city. I could not stay in the town that my mum's family is from. There is no way. I could not survive for longer than like a few weeks there because you genuinely just don't feel welcome. Like, get out of my town, get out of here kind of thing. It's so sad because I'm thinking, I am German. I was born here just like the rest of you, but you're treating me like I'm an outsider. I'm going to talk about a couple of experiences that I've had, or usually my dad's had, but I've been there. My dad is dark and he's very Nigerian. He's very Niger, so he does stand out. We went to like a seaside town in Germany. We went there as a family for like a few days. We were on the bus into town and we were just getting off, and a lady literally went up to the bus driver and said, that man over there is taking pictures. She was trying to report him so that he would get in trouble. And my dad was literally just taking pictures of the surroundings. Okay, maybe my siblings, but not of other people in the bus. Like, how can you then try and report that as if he's committing a crime? Also, one time we were in an elevator. My dad decided to let another German lady in before us because she was also waiting. It was like, oh, you can go, and he said it in German. And then he said something about the weather, like the weather's really nice today, because my dad likes to make conversation. And then the lady just said, oh, you didn't say that word right, like in a very nasty way. And she said, oh, but you'll learn that. Kind of trying to say, oh, my dad's foreign, so he doesn't know how to speak the language properly. I was so shocked. Like, this lady she just said it. And then she walked out of the elevator and just went on her way. My dad literally lived in Germany for a very long time and he could speak the language very well. Maybe it's not as good now. Regardless of any of that, why are you trying to say things like that? I also had one experience one time. I was going to Frankfurt because obviously I said my mum's family are not exactly based in Frankfurt. They're like a little bit outside. I accidentally picked up the receipt of the ticket and not the actual ticket, so I ended up getting the train not knowing that I had the receipt. So I realized like halfway through, I was like, okay, so what do I do now? Because in Germany they will always control your ticket because they don't have the actual barrier that they have in London. So I got to get off this train. Like, I called my aunt, she was like, okay, you need to get off the train. I didn't have my passport on me, which is something you should never do, but because of my age, I think I was maybe like 17, and my parents usually had my passport. My uncle was actually saying to me afterwards how I was very lucky that the people who controlled the train didn't come, and that like I realized it in time, because I could have been in serious trouble. You're obviously going to be in trouble anyway, because in Germany they're quite harsh on that, but because of the fact that I don't look German, he was literally like, they could have arrested me on the spot. I know that there's probably quite a lot of racist police officers who are just waiting for the chance to lock you up. I'm not saying that as a fact, but I can believe there's a high chance that there's a lot of police officers who will think like that and won't have the best impression of black people or foreigners in general. I could well imagine that that would not have ended well and I could have been mistreated. I don't know. Again, I'm just thinking about the possible consequences. It could have been fine as well, but I know they wouldn't have been nice about it. That was kind of a luckiest.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was a lot. And what I'm hearing is that maybe it's just small town Germany. What she's hearing, because we already know we're so many years past our issues here, but we still deal with it. But, like, on an average day in a big city, you won't really deal with it. But if you in a small town, baby, driving through,
yeah,
you're gonna get harassed.
Yeah. I mean, especially I think it's more like from the older folks too.
The older folks, yeah.
Like the ones who got years. I'm talking about. I haven't even lived the span that you have experienced life on. So I'm still trying to figure out things, and you still operating off of what had happened
way back when.
Way back when. So stares can be uncomfortable. You know, interactions can be awkward. And sometimes people, I believe in a trickle effect, where if there's an older gentleman, an elder in the family who has a set ways, the family, you know,
passing down.
It passed down. You know what I'm saying? You can't say it's not true. Yeah. Even if you don't agree with it, you still have that mindset that it's in the family. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and she has a lot of experiences. But again, it does sound like
small town Germany.
Yep, exactly.
Imagine handing the ticket to them thinking it was the ticket but actually it was the receipt, because they pretty much look the same. They would literally say to me, "Willst du mich verarschen? Are you actually serious right now?" Like when tourists or people of colour who have been to Germany, when they tell me about Germany, often their experiences are good. Like a lot of the time they tell me, "Oh, I had a lovely time," because these people didn't live in these villages. They probably lived in the major cities like Berlin, Cologne, all these kind of places. Those places are fine because they're so diverse anyway and they're big cities. It's like we have completely different experiences. And it's literally because these people have not been in those small villages and those towns. To be honest, even in big cities, like even when I was in Saarbrücken, there were situations where shopkeepers weren't very nice or they behaved in a certain way, and that's in a big city. So it's not just small towns, but I'm saying it typically happens outside of the bigger cities. As I said, I probably wouldn't study in a small town, but because that's where my family is based, and if I was in Germany anyway, I would probably be expected to go visit them quite a lot. And when I say I cannot stay in their small town community for very long, like I'm being serious, I can't. Generally, I'm not somebody who lets things affect me like that, but I could not live in a community where people treat you like an outsider. When I think of Germany, or when people say, "Oh, you're going back to Germany to see your family," I don't see it as like a exciting thing. Like I just see it as, okay, that's where I was born, that's where I grew up, but I could not see myself bringing up my own family there. I'm so grateful that I've never experienced anything like major. It's always been small things. Like I had one lady when I was literally just in Germany. It was like an old lady. She was on one side of the road, I was on another side of the road. I decided to cross over because the side of the road that I was on was really uneven. So I was on this side of the road, yeah. She was here. She'd already been here, so she had already crossed like this. And then as soon as I came, and I was kind of walking towards her, she instantly, boom, to the other side. I feel like some people fear that I'm going to do something. Oh, I'm a black girl, got my edges laid, got my hair done. People just have so many stereotypes of black people. I'm not saying that this is restricted to Germany. Like I'm sure the same thing probably goes on in, I don't know, any other European country in general. Like I feel like these kind of things will happen as well. Like 100% they will happen. I'm not saying they're just restricted to Germany at all. I'm just saying that this is my experience in Germany. This is where I grew up. This is my country. I can't speak on what's happening anywhere else. And again, I'm not disputing anybody who's had like a good experience in Germany. Even people of colour who've had like an amazing experience even living there for a long time, because I know people who have and they've loved it. I'm saying like my experience is different and it's not the same. It's not so nice as their one. I have had lovely holidays in Germany. Like I've had lovely times, but there has been experiences that have just made me think, okay, there's really no way I can live here. You know, it's my mom's country. She would love to move back to Germany. I've never, even for years now, I've never been like, I want to move back. I've never said, okay, I could see myself moving back with a family to Germany. Like if my family moved back, I would stay here. In the UK, it's so different because even where I live is a small town. It's not a big city. In Germany, I would be made to feel like I'm an outsider. And here it's just so different. Like even though there's not that many black people, I don't get that same feeling that I get when I'm in Germany. Those are pretty much all the reasons why I can never see myself living in Germany. Some people would...
Alright, we're gonna stop right there. Make sure y'all check our channel out. Yeah. Well, she didn't mention that if it wasn't for the small towns, would she stay?
Right.
So
well, she said overall,
you know what I'm saying? But overall, she is saying she wouldn't do it. But it sounds like those small towns kind of is what, you know, stirred the pot and got it going. We can't even tell y'all whether or not we get people from small towns that's responding in our comments or not.
We don't know that.
But at the end of the day, we get mad love. You know what I'm saying? You guys have really great, genuine conversations. Y'all very open and y'all very expressive. So, I mean, hey, tourism, I don't hear too many people having bad experiences either.
Yeah, we're just going to stay away from the small towns.
I guess it's the small towns. We're going to drink our water, keep it pushing. But the stairs. That has been on the top of the list. That will not go nowhere. You guys got a staring problem. I think that's... Y'all stare. I'm not trying to make it sound bad, problem, so. But it's what it is. It's a stare, you know what I'm saying? So, okay.
Yeah. So I think overall it sounds cool.
It does.
Like this is about, I don't know which number, but everyone has had a good enough experience to where it's not one of those countries where we like, baby, we ain't going there.
Yeah, facts.
So that is cool. This is a different perspective from a person who is an actual German. So we hope you guys enjoy this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.